that American decided to turn the ring into a political campaign. He decided to take his humiliation of Mexico in front of the eyes of the world. He walked into the ring wearing a suit printed with the border wall and a clear message, and very provocative. America first. The direct symbol of Donald Trump's campaign. And as if the provocation wasn't enough, he chose the perfect place for the insult, very close to the border with Tijuana. There was no way to justify it as something innocent. It wasn't a coincidence, and it was a direct provocation. On the other side stood Francisco El Bandido Vargas, a fighter forged through wars, through long nights where only the strongest survive, and he was ready to make himself respected. The bell rings, and the American starts with constant jabs, trying to fight a smart battle that would favor him on the scorecards, while studying his opponent's movements at the same time. He tries to find openings to land his shots.
And the rhythm and how fast and, or not that he sticks to the game plan, because he seems to get into like scraps unnecessarily early.
Vargas applies relentless pressure. He moves forward, cuts off the ring, and each punch sounds heavier than the last.
Here. He said, I've got my insurance broker's license, so...
They're not just punches. They're a clear message. Keep mocking now, white boy.
Alongside, Joel Diaz has said they've been making a conscious effort to move a lot more and not be there to be hit, because that is part of...
The crowd had felt the humiliation too. Every punch from the Mexican was celebrated like a collective act of revenge.
As well as externally, that's really what helped his face recover more than ever.
Well, I heard what he said, and they said it to both of us. But
with the second round, Vargas began punishing the American's body, shots that were dangerously vicious.
He's going to break through the wall.
2 fights of the year, that doesn't come easily, but you also end up paying for that in the long run, and that's what Joel Diaz is looking for, taking care of his own fighter, because there's always the pressure of expectation to be up.
It definitely is. And also, Salka, I'm watching him. He's not a hard puncher, but he's a sharp puncher. And when you're dealing with Vargas...
The American responded as well. He wasn't intimidated by the Aztec warrior. He also started attacking his opponent's body, trying by any means to even the contest.
Where the stitching is at in his career.
And actually, Salka mentioned to us the fact that that was part of the plan, because he's cut other fighters up throughout fights in his career, and he says, if I land the right type of punch, I know that he will cut. So it's very much on his mind, but Bandido's skin holding up so far through the first 2 rounds here on this main event fight on Golden Boy Boxing on ESPN. I feel that helps me, but it's not
what he just mentioned. And earlier to cuts is always that what if he cuts early and how he reacts. But he fights even better, Vargas, when he's hurt. Well, Salka trying to want something to happen so he can have a better chance, or at least winning the fight, or not getting knocked out himself.
All right, in the blue corner of Rod Salka, they've got a unique perspective on what the best strategy is to win this fight, Beto.
Adjustments. In his corner, it's basically, hey, you're doing good. How do you feel? That's it. It's very different and very quiet over there.
Jab, mira con tu jab.
That's quite interesting, and but Rod Salka learned the trade from Paul Spadafora, the Pittsburgh kid. He's starting to swell up over the right eye thanks to the left hooks from Bandido Vargas.
Whether they speak Salka in his corner or not, back to your corner, it does help to get a little advice if you need it.
I think it does as well. And sometimes it's not the advice, it's the motivation, the fact that you don't feel so alone out there, at least for...
By the 4th round, Vargas kept punishing his opponent's body. Unlike the American, the Aztec was landing shots as if he were tearing down the border wall brick by brick.
Taking on Ryan Garcia on May the 4th, who beat Juan Malo. Hopkins, I'm Bernardo Osuna. Beto Duran giving us key information from the corners. And now you see the pressure of Vargas starting to build on Salka, Vihab.
Not only build, you just sit in and you dig to the body and you
can do the same thing. So they both might have the same plan here in the 4th round, as Salka has party as well from Bandido Vargas. Round scheduled fight against Rod Salka alongside Bernard Hopkins. I'm Bernardo Osuna. Nice left hook there from Bandido Vargas as Salka tries to go with a right to the body.
I think he's more or less fighting to survive and really force. I believe he's trying, but he's sort of losing leverage every time he exchanges, like we just seen just now. The harder punches are coming from Vargas. He's digging to the left hand, to the body, and the punches are affecting Salka.
All right.
The pressure from Vargas had become absolute madness. Vargas hunted him like a starving lion, stalking him, cornering him, not giving him a single second to breathe.
Ended in the Salka corner, but
Every now and then, Salka has his moments where he goes full fight like that because the power is not there.
I mean, we knew this was going to be a power punch battle because that's Bandido Vargas' style. But when you look at Rod Salka, he's only landed 2 of 89.
And then the moment came, the instant that left the American's corner on its knees.
Appointment in the corner.
The canvas called the American's name, and he had to answer quickly.
He stopped. He threw those 5-6 punches and he's trying to get a breather. And right now he's paying for that. So he shot his load and now he's getting pummeled. He got hit with a right uppercut.
That's a right uppercut that drops Rod Salka. It came after a low blow.
The count moves forward, but he already knows exactly who the belt belongs to.
8, 9. Okay? Perfect. All right.
Rod Salka not ready to go back to selling insurance quite yet. Let's see if he gets to the midway point of this fight. At the end here of
And up and up.
Step into the ring, not worried about cuts, but it's one thing to say it, and it's another thing to actually live it and do it.
Well, one thing for sure, he's been winning every round this way, and he's making Salka retreat.
All right, Beto Duran was in the red corner with Joel Diaz and Francisco Vargas. What's the plan?
Francisco doesn't slow down for even a second. He keeps attacking as if he were the one losing the fight.
Right, Bandido Vargas is attempting to...
Red, back from the ropes. The ribs from the left.
Salka said, I am a natural 130-pounder, so my resistance is better. My power punching is going to be there. That we have not seen, but
like supposed to. When he do get him in trouble, he throw punches like this with combinations, like that left hand.
Round number 6, Salka showing a lot of heart in the gym, and now Salka's bleeding.
The bell rings, and with it a chapter no one would ever forget. The punishment written all over Salka's face told a story impossible to deny, and his corner decided to end the fight.
Continue. Let's take a look exactly how it happened.
Francisco El Bandido Vargas raises his arm, and it's not just a victory. It's the honor of a people defended with fists. He was fighting for his land, for the pride of making his people respected. The victory is celebrated with humility, without returning the humiliation because nothing more needed to be said. The punishment had already spoken for him in the ring.